Hey Scallywags, welcome back to yet another video, and today I'm going to be doing an in-depth analysis into famous poet and scholar Will.I.Am and his faction, the Black Eyed Peas. I'm going to be doing a analysis of their piece, Let's Get Retarded. And this is a very interesting one, in my opinion. I think it has a lot to, there's a lot to unpack here, first of all. So let's get retarded here. Now, obviously, they're using a word that's it's slang. It's a little bit offensive nowadays, but back then it was a lot more commonly used. And well, we kind of want to break down what it really means. Like, what does Will.I.Am mean when he says "Let's get retarded in here"? And one of the things that I think he means is, well, you got to look at it. Like, what does retarded mean? It means slow, delayed, stupid. You could even use it as a word to mean idiotic, low IQ, all that kind of stuff. That goes into the word retarded. And Will.I.Am wants to get retarded. He wants to become retarded. And the way that I see it is, well, you look at the lyrics. Let's get retarded in here, but then he says, let's get retarded in ha, right? He doesn't say here on the second verse of the chorus, right? The second line of the chorus, sorry. He uses a different word. He uses the word hot. That's not really even a word. So I think that's interesting because he actually does become retarded in the second line. So he gets what he wants in a way. Let's get retarded in here, and then the second line, let's get retarded in hot. So he has become retarded in that second line. Um, and he goes from not retarded to retarded in this almost anamorph style is the way that I think about it. The way that the Animorphs the way sorry, I just got a little something in my throat. I was like a little thing in my throat. Oh man. And so the way that the Animorphs, they do that morph into the way you see on the cover of the books, right? They do that morph into the animal. Only instead of an animal, Will.I.Am is turning into another version of Will.I.Am that is now retarded. And I think that's an interesting way to look at it, and I think that was kind of what he was trying to get across with that piece. Um, and it's even more interesting when you think about what the song became, because as we know, the original version was "Let's Get Retarded," and it became they turned it into "Let's Get Started" in here. So they changed the song up. They changed the lyrics, and we don't know why. Some people think that it's just because it was offensive. It's not a word it was a little bit of a. It's getting to that time where it was a little bit inappropriate, maybe. But really, I think it was deeper than that. I think Will.I.Am knew what he was doing when he changed those lyrics. Um, because let's get started in here. Now, what does that mean? Let's get started. Now, of course, he means let's get the party started. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows he means let's get the party started. And how do you get the party started? Well, some people might say loud music. There's certain things that will get the party started, but really, what I think is kind of getting implied here is the alcohol and the drugs. And the alcohol and the drugs are degenerative. They lead to a degeneration. Like they lead to a decline in mental state, physical state. It'll lead to like sex and shit like that. Sex, drugs, alcohol. These are degenerative states. And that is a form of retardation. You're getting retarded. So the song has actually stayed the same, really. You're getting retarded. You're adding these alcoholic beverages, these drugs, degenerating your state. It's almost like now remember what does the word retarded mean? I mean, we explained retarded as kind of like low IQ, stupid, or just slow and delayed, but it could also mean it's also it could be developmentally disabled. It could be like Down syndrome. It could be like Down syndrome. Like as back in the day, it used to be a medical term. But retarded, it could mean a developmental disability like Down syndrome. Now, And I think that's another interesting thing you could add to it is down. You know, like people say, "Let's get down." That's another way of saying, "Let's start this party." You know, let's get down. Let's get down tonight. You know, and so it's interesting to kind of put that into a relation of developmental disabilities like Down syndrome. And I think Will.I.Am is kind of getting to that area. You know, he's talking about a degenerative state. Like he wants the party to start, but mostly he wants to get retarded. I mean, in the original song, he wanted to get retarded, and he still wants to get retarded in this new "Let's Get Started" remix. He still wants to get retarded. That never changed. Will.I.Am wanted to be retarded, and he will become retarded. And oh shit, there's something in my throat again. Jesus. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys. Um, but yeah, he will become retarded, and he does, and he does it in this anamorph style, which I think is interesting. But anyway, back to the Down syndrome. So where was I? Yeah, so he wants to get retarded, and he's using these alcohol and drugs to degenerate his mind to become more developmentally disabled, because that's kind of what it is. Like when you use alcohol and drugs, you become more developmentally disabled, and Will.I.Am relates that to Down syndrome in the song. So, oh man. Anyway, that's my in-depth analysis of Will.I.Am's track here. Let's get retarded, and I hope you guys like that analysis. Um, I think that if you guys like this analysis, then you guys should give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video.